Have you ever wondered what is going on inside the brain of someone with narcissistic personality disorder? This is the topic for this video. I'm Professor Shania Rathod, a psychiatrist in the United Kingdom. I post interesting videos weekly on well-being on my YouTube channel, so please don't forget to subscribe and you will not miss out on the next one. So what exactly is narcissistic personality disorder? It isn't just being selfish or vain. It's a complex condition with varied presentations and subtypes where people crave admiration, struggle with empathy, and often carry deep insecurities. Well, think of it like a survival strategy. If I shine bright enough outside, maybe I won't feel so broken on the inside. Well, if you haven't already, please do watch my video on key signs of narcissistic personality disorder on this channel. We know that the core features of narcissistic personality disorder include deficiencies in self-definition, self-esteem, and the regulation of emotions, as well as failure to establish internal goals and standards. Interpersonal relationships are typically transactional, serving primarily to bolster one's self-image or to achieve personal gain with a notable absence of genuine intimacy. So what evidence do we have about the different parts of the brain? Firstly, let's start with empathy. There's a little part of your brain called the anterior insula. It's like the empathy switchboard and located in the center. In people with narcissistic personality disorder, this area has less gray matter, which means that the volume knob for emotional awareness and empathy is turned way down. Now imagine trying to listen to your favorite song, but the speaker keeps cutting out. That's what tuning into someone else's emotions can feel like for a narcissistic brain. Secondly, up front, you've got the prefrontal cortex, which is the brain's CEO. This is where we reflect, regulate, and make decisions. In narcissism, this region can be a paradox. Some parts can be overdeveloped, boosting self-focus and self-enhancement, while other parts can be underdeveloped, making it harder to regulate emotions. It's like looking in the mirror that always distorts your reflection. You see yourself, but never quite accurately. And that distortion feeds both the inflated self-image and the deep insecurity underneath. Thirdly, there is the reward system, the ventral striatum, again in the center. Normally, it lights up when we feel proud of ourselves or achieve something. But in narcissism, the wiring between self-image and the reward system is weaker. So admiration from others becomes the oxygen that they rely on because that internal reward loop just isn't giving them enough of those feel-good signs. It explains why external validation, praise, attention, admiration becomes so addictive. Now let's zoom out. White matter tracts are like the internet cables of the brain connecting different hubs so they talk to each other. In narcissistic personality disorder, some of these cables, especially between emotion, self-image, and reward, don't carry signals efficiently. It's like having slow Wi-Fi. The messages get delayed, scrambled, or don't even come through at all. On the outside, they can look like confidence. On the inside, it feels like emptiness and confusion. Now, here's where it gets even more fascinating. The narcissistic brain doesn't look the same in men and in women. In women, narcissism is linked to more flexible brain networks, almost like switching channels between internal reflection and external focus more easily. In men, the boundaries blur. Internal reflection and external perception bleed together, which can fuel entitlement or a shaky sense of control. And underneath all of that, there's a biological strain running in the background, which is called oxidative stress. So here's an example. Imagine two people both get harsh criticism at work. One feels upset, vents and moves on, but someone with narcissistic personality disorder carrying this oxidative stress might experience the same event like an emotional earthquake. Their system can't hit the brakes properly, so the feelings of shame or rejection hit harder, last longer, and drive more reactive behavior. So now when you combine gender wiring differences and this biological vulnerability, you can see why narcissism doesn't have a single face. It plays out differently depending on brain wiring, chemistry, and life context. So what does this all mean? The empathy dial is turned down. The self mirror is distorted, the reward system is underwired, and the highways that connect it all are bumpy. Narcissistic personality disorder may not just be an attitude problem, it's partly written into the brain structure, chemistry, and networks. While it doesn't excuse harmful behavior, it helps us see the human behind the mask. What do you think? Does knowing the brain science change how you view narcissism? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.